Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you are here. Today I am going to make my first Valentine card for 2023 and I am using these two images. Actually it is one image and sorry I have lost the sleeve of that stamp set, so I don't remember which brand it belongs. My today's card is a mini slimline card, so I take a white cardstock, my years 3 by 6, and I am using my Distress Oxide inks to ink blend on that panel. And the colors are picked raspberry, candied apple, and dried marigold. And I will lightly ink blend on that white cardstock. And later on, I will use a stencil. Here I miss a little bit of part where I stencil over the ink panel. My camera was stopped filming. I just use the same colors with a heavy hand and do stenciling on the ink blend panel. Actually, I am going to make it a pop-up card and I do not own any die set for pop-up mechanism, so I made my own panel for pop-up. I take a white cardstock, measures 5 by 4 and a quarter, and I score half inches either side, like left and right, and I scored the score lines on opposite direction of each other on both sides, and it will make a Z when you will fold them. After that, I want to make hills out of that pop panel, so I am using my scissors to make 2 hills with the same panel because it was long enough to fit on my front panel. Here I am trying to make a different hill from my first hill I cut off. I could have used dies for hills or for making the pop-up mechanism, but I want to make it by the old-fashioned because all of us do not have the dies which make this pop-up feature. So I want to show you guys that it is really easy and you don't need any dies compulsory to make this card. So after cutting my hills, I am ink blending on my both hills using Vintage Photo Distress Oxide ink, and I'm using my blending brush for that. The upper part of the hills would be darker, and as I will go down, I will blend lightly. Actually, I am trying to make a scene here. Before making this card, I have an image that 2 llamas are in love in desert. I don't know they live in desert or where, but it was my story. It was in my mind. Here you can see that the upper part of the ink blended panel, the hearts are not complete. There is a line. Actually, I did not put the stencil correctly, so it make the line over there and it was bothering me. I tried to fix it there. I'm using double-sided tape to attach my pop-up to hills. I will put one hill for now. I will use the second hill to as a guide where I want to put my first hill. Before attaching my second hill to my panel, I will stamp my sentiment on it. And here I am trying out a couple of different sentiment. I am using my 2 images as a guide so that I can see where I want my sentiment. And after deciding which sentiment I want, I will take out my Misti, because I don't want to mess at this position. And I'm using Memento Tuxedo black ink to stamp my sentiment. You guys were wondering that the video is not good from my couple of last videos and in this too, and camera is not that much focused how it used to be. Actually, the thing is, I'm not crafting in my craft studio right now because of some reasons, and I'm crafting somewhere else, and I'm figuring out the camera position and my lights over there. And I'm hoping to go back as soon as possible to my craft studio so that I can make videos easily and the way they were. Thank you for bearing this with me and sticking with me. I appreciate that, and I hope to get back soon. Inking my sentiment here with my black ink, and close my Misti door to stamp it on my brown hill. And I'm using this sentiment for the first time, so I will give it a good press, and before stamping it I prep it using my fingers. I just rub it on the sentiment so the residue will be wiped off. Wiping off my sentiment with baby wipes. And now I will attach my second hill to my front panel using double-sided tape. I have already put double-sided foam tape on the back of my images, and here I am removing the backers of the double-sided foam tape. I will also put liquid glue on the double-sided foam tape because I am going to put these two images together, and I have to figure out the placement, so I need a little bit of wiggle room. That is why I'm using Simon Says Stamps Craft Techie liquid glue. It will give me some time to manage where I want the placement of my two images. These llamas are so cute, they are so adorable, and I really want to use them for so long, but somehow I wasn't able to use them. And you guys were wondering that there are some videos I'm already coloring my images off camera and showing nothing. Actually, after putting my kids to sleep, I have some time, and as I told you, I'm not in my craft room, so to kill that time and have some me time, coming back, I put another form on the back of the brown llama's head to equally make it equal to the second one. It looks good now. So for the card base, I am using white cardstock Meyer 6x6, and I will score it at 3. And as you guys know that I like to do inside of my cards too, so I'm using the same heart stencil from Simon Says Stamps and same colors to ink blend them inside of my card base too. Sorry. And I will also put one sentiment inside too from another Simon Says Stamps stamp set, and I will mention all the products in the description down below. And the sentiment I will use says that I fell in love with you more and more each day. And I will use my Misti to stamp it. And as I was saying that after putting my toddler and my 4 months old to sleep, I have that time for as a me time. So as I told you that I'm not in my craft room, so on that time I color images which I already have stamped, and I fussy cut them if they don't have coordinating dies, or if they do have coordinating dies I just color them just to relax myself and have my time before going to sleep. And I must say that I am liking this routine. Like before going to bed I do some coloring or some fussy cutting, like relaxing myself before go to sleep. And I hope to continue it. Even I will shift to my craft studio. Let's see how it will go. I will share it with you guys. And here I stamp my inside sentiment using Candied Apple. Here I fold my card base and use my bone folder to reinforce my score line. I'm using washi tape to close my card base so that it would be flat when I will attach my front panel to it. And to attach my front panel to my card base, I am using Misti corners. It makes it easy to attach both of them. And I am using double-sided tape to attach my front panel to my card base. Card is almost done. Time to put something. First I was going to use Scissors embellishment. I will mention the name in the description down below. These are confetti, a heart confetti actually, and I want to match with my background, but I try to put them on my panel in different ways. This was the first time that I was struggling while putting my embellishment on my card. I never have any problem putting embellishment on my card, but this was not looking how I want it to be. So I will use Simon Says Stamps Mini Hearts Party Wafer die, and it is a small wafer die comparatively to the others, and it have 3 different sizes of hearts. And I will use red texture red cardstock for that. And I will stack 3 hearts to give some dimension to them. Like there are 3 different sizes, but each size there would be 3 hearts put together. And I will use Simon Says stamps to stack them up. As I told you guys earlier that the upper part of my ink blending panel, it was bothering me that the stencil is not proper over there, and I tried to fix it couple of times, but it was still bothering me. So after completing the card, I trim it down a little bit using my trimmer. I trim it where the line of heart is made. So my finished card would be a little bit smaller than the mini slimline card, and you can see that in the pictures at the end of the video. After stacking the 3 hearts together, I will use liquid glue to attach them on my front panel. So here is my completed card for today. Hope you guys like it. Please give it a thumbs up. Do subscribe my channel if you don't already have. I will love to have you as my subscriber. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss any upcoming videos from me. Please share it, like it, comment it. It will help my channel grow. Thank you for sticking by. See you soon. Bye bye.